All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Tragic Life here with Tomb Raider 2 Remastered. We are technically on one of the last levels. This is a shorter level than most. This is the Dragon's Lair. It has 3 secrets, like always. Is that accurate? Double checking. It is inaccurate. There is 0 secrets. I was thinking so. So no secrets. There is 25 items, which is a lot, and 11 kills. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start knocking this one out. So, Alright, we got 3 items. He's not going to wake up. Alright. That's one. Alright, let's try that again. This time with like less stuff. I'll be right back. Gosh dang it. Alright, welcome back. Sorry about that. So I'm going to actually fight these guys with Uzis. Alright. We'll do this one. Alright, we're not done. We still got some stuff to do. There should be more switches. Alright. Alright, so that's 4 of the 11 kills. Okay. that should be 10 kills out of 11. Oh, they all drop stuff.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That was a lot of stuff. I'm still missing something, so someone still has something. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that should bring us down a lot. We should have 12 items and 10 kills. All right, so we're halfway there on items. We got one more kill. All right, so let's see. Alright, so we're going to save here because there's actually a really... You can miss items on this. Alright. So you can see his body down there. Do not go towards him. So we're going to save here so we can ensure that we get all the items, okay? Because all the items are in this room. Almost all the items. Alright, so... Okay, so there's 10 Uzi clips down here. We weren't supposed to trigger him. I'll explain that in a second. I messed up. I might have not done make the dragon breathe fire on you 5 times during the final fight and not dying? Okay. Well, I did that on accident, guys. Alright, so we should have 24 items. Alright. So, if you've triggered him, and we'll play this by ear, if you triggered him, getting out of the water, it becomes a really hard thing to do without getting, turned to fire. So we're gonna get his attention here, and then we're gonna swim really quickly, hopefully all the way across and get out. So he says you want to use Uzis. Takes about 300 rounds to kill this thing. Okay, so I didn't want to save because that's hard. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to stay pretty far away from him. Okay, so there's a couple ways to kill him. Let me see if I can get this without triggering him. So for each item I get without triggering him, I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay. So you want to stay towards the wall. Okay. Because if you don't trigger them, you can get out of the water, and it opens up a lot of things. It makes it a little bit easier. All right, go back to the wall. Okay, so we did something wrong there. So apparently you can't swim across. Got it. All right, we're going to save here. I'm not playing with you. I'm going to save as many times as I can so that we don't trigger this fight. Nope, that triggered the fight. Okay, I'm trying to read this. Apparently, crossing the middle is a problem. And then we'll talk about the ways to defeat this boss, because there's a couple ways. What the heck? So all that should be left is 2 items. That one and that one. And then says you should surface and get ready. Alright, so there's a couple ways to kill this boss. You can go straight up against him. It'll take, using your Uzis, more than likely, 300 rounds he'll drop. Or, that's a direct confrontation. So it says, Laura is still very maneuverable while using them, and there's plenty of ammo available. Now approach the middle of the room, trigger the fight. Don't get too close to his body since it can stomp Laura to death with its mighty feet. Use the pillars for cover if necessary. Try not to fall through the holes in the floor. Laura does get it lit up. You can reload or drop into the water. Climb back out. Do what you need to do. That's one way. There's another way. You can approach the center of the room. The left side, staying behind the pillars. As soon as you move close to the pillar, you enter the trigger zone. As soon as the dragon appears, it will start blowing flames. But the pillar should protect you. Hop back once, and then pivot to the right so Laura's facing the dragon's body. He won't come around the pillar if you're positioned correctly. Equip the grenade launcher and end him. If you don't have enough grenades, you can do Uzi or even pistols, but you need to be more careful where you stand. Okay, so we're going to try. You need 10 to 15 grenades. not the right spot. Now, when he loses his life, go ahead and save, because now comes the hard part. And that's why you save. Grabbing that is harder than it looks, and I don't know why. All right, the sins and fortunes of Marco Bartoli. Alright, so I'm going to make this the second video, or I'm going to keep this in the first video. Alright, so this level is a pain in the butt. It's the last level technically. As soon as you gain control, hurry to around the bed, use a gun key, cover key to open your... You are running out of time the minute this starts. Oh, I didn't tell you. There is no secrets in this level. 45 pickups, 16 kills. It's called Home Sweet Home, okay? All right. Okay, I was going to do this in 2 videos, but that first video was really short. Oh, wow, that's a lot of shotgun shells. That's a lot of shotgun shells. I don't really know why we're getting players, but okay. Alright, so that should put us at a whopping 42 of 45 items and 2 kills. So we're doing really well. Alright. Alright. I don't know if they drop anything. He does. Alright, that's 6 kills already. Alright, do I have my pistols? Nope, just got our shotgun. And we have a lot of shells. This is not a long level. They do come at you pretty hard. Alright, it was 2 Dobermans and another armed guy. There's more. Alright, another armed guy, so that's 5 armed guys and a bat guy, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're almost there. Alright. Somebody dropped something. Alright. Where are we at? We're at 12. And how many items? 44. So 1 more item, 4 more kills. So let's go get that last item. While we're at it, let's go get some life. Okay. I see it. All right, take every collectible item in a single walkthrough. Souvenirs from around the globe. So we got all the items, yay. All right, one more. We got a couple more kills, so let's see. We're missing a bad guy somewhere. We are missing a bad guy. I don't know where he is, but he's somewhere. Ow. Alright, there's another bat thug. Alright, so that should be 13. There's another one. Okay, got another armed. Hold on. Another armed thug and another Doberman. How many kills do we got? This is our last kill, guys. Why not? Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Game over, guys. Game over. So, finish Home Sweet Home chapter. I think I've seen enough. So we did pretty good. All 48 secrets, all 585 pickups, and 516 kills. We used 60 meta packs, and we traveled 61 kilometers. So until next time, we will be tackling the Golden Mask. Yeah, it's probably going to be not a lot of fun. All right, so we'll go ahead and stop here, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.